everyone, welcome to AWS Tutorials. In AWS Tutorials, you learn about AWS services. Today we are going to talk about how your business user can access data quality in your data platform. So let's get started. Data quality in AWS is measured through AWS Glue Data Quality feature. So it is required that you know how this feature works. And in case if you are not aware of this feature or working of it, then you can use one of my previous tutorials where I described working of this feature in detail. So I have provided a link in the description which you can use to learn how AWS Glue Data Quality works. Basically, AWS Glue Data Quality is a way to assess and monitor data quality in your data platform, and it works at two levels: when data is at rest and when data is in move. So in case you know how data quality in Glue works, you can move ahead with the tutorial. Otherwise, I will recommend that you check out this video which I have provided in the description, and then understand how data quality works and then move ahead from there. So let's move on to what we are trying to solve here. So this video is primarily based on my discussion with some of the customers in the recent time. So we all know that AWS Glue Data Quality feature has been launched some time back. In fact, the feature at present is still in under preview. But I got opportunity to talk to some of the customers who were thinking to use it and how they were thinking to use it, and I thought, wow, that's something very interesting which I should probably discuss with my audience as well, and hopefully this can help you in some of your implementation, some of your planning and thinking of using AWS Glue Data Quality in your data platform. So basically, the problem statement is that when you use AWS Glue Data Quality to assess your data quality in terms of in data quality, then who do you think are the primary users of this information? So suppose there is some data in your data platform at rest or moving across different stages, and you're using you're creating data quality assessment to see the quality of the data, to find any issues in the data. Then who wants to use that information? In my discussion with the customers, I realized that the primary users of this information are actually your business users. It's not your data engineers, it's not a data analyst, but they are your business users. And probably two roles I come across. One is data owner, and second is data governance. Because data owners are the guys who are or girls, who are responsible for looking into your so basically they own the data. So if some data is landing into your data platform, they own the data in terms of bringing into a consumable state, maintaining it, and making it accessible to the end user. So they basically manage end-to-end data lifecycle, data owners. So they are genuinely interested the quality of the data, because they don't want the data they own to be in a bad quality when reaching to their end customers or the end users. Similarly, data governance has a more broader view. So data governance guy is interested in data governance in general, but quality is also part of the governance. And they want to know that in general, if they have suppose 50 data sets or 1,000 data sets, how does data quality look across those data sets? So these are the two business users you will find who will be interested in having an awareness and knowledge about the data quality in the data platform. Now, The challenge is that these users are not technical. These users, they do not go to AWS console, open the Glue console and looking into a particular data quality evaluation run and reports and so on. No, these guys are not technical. These guys, they own data, they care about data, but these guys are not technical enough to go and look into AWS console to find their information. And it's not intuitive as well. I mean, even if they try to see the information, they will see a bit of information. They will see a part of information. But generally, these guys are more interested in looking at information in a larger way, in a more holistic way. So these guys will like to use some kind of reporting tool, whether it is Amazon QuickSight or Tableau or Power BI. I just mentioned a few over here, but there could be many other tools beyond these. So these guys are generally interested in using these kind of tools, reporting tools, to look into the data in a more holistic way. So that's the problem statement, that you are basically doing assessments of your data quality in your data platform, and you want that data quality to be made available to your business users like data owner or data governance through these reporting tools. How do we do that? Well, the solution is pretty straightforward, and really that's the beauty of this whole discussion. Is it might sound like, okay, fine, how I'm gonna do that in a very seamless and in an efficient way, and that's where are you going to see that. So basically what you do, that when you generate data quality assessment or when you do data quality evaluation, that information gets stored into an S3 bucket. So when you run an evaluation or assessment of data quality, that gets stored into an S3 bucket. That step is optional, but if you want data to be available to your business user, I will recommend that you do configure your data quality assessment or evaluation in such a way that your data quality assessment or report gets stored into an Amazon S3 bucket. Then you can create a crawler to catalog that data. Okay, and this crawler you don't need to run like very real time. It's not that, oh, the moment data quality report gets created, you want to run the crawler to catalog it. Not required, because well, technically you can do that, but generally people are not interested in knowing data quality in so real time. Okay, probably yeah. So probably you can set up, depending on how much updated data quality report you want, or how frequently you run your data quality. Probably you can run data crawler once in a day or 2 or 3 times in a day, depending on how frequently you're updating you're running data quality assessment on your data. So you might want to schedule a crawler which is probably a couple of times in a day it is running, and keep updating the latest data quality assessment reports generated. And then these, when you generate a catalog out of it, then you can use any of the reporting tools, like I said, QuickSight, Tableau, or Power BI, to see the report, to visualize the data quality through reports. You can also use Amazon Athena for ad hoc query purposes, but again, for that you have to go to the console. But you might want to, but if you really want to create a report out of it and present it to your business users, you might want to use Power BI, Tableau, or QuickSight for that purpose, or other report tools. I mean, I'm not saying that just these 3 reporting tool can do job for you. There are other tools as well, which depending on which one you are using in your organization, you might want to use it and can access the report. Now, today I'm not going to focus much about how you can access a Glue catalog from Tableau, Power BI, or QuickSight. To be very honest, if you go and Google about that, search about that, you will find hundreds of links talking about such integration. If you struggle, let me know. I might create I will create a video. In fact, if you struggle, let me know. I will create a video about that, but I'm not going to focus about how the Glue catalog to reporting tool integration works. But I wanted to show you how where the data gets generated, where the quality reports get generated, how to catalog it, and then how to access the data. So How do I instruct Glue to store data quality in S3? So when you're using Glue to assess data quality, how do you tell it to store that data quality assessment or evaluation in S3 bucket? You can run data quality evaluation or assessment in three ways. You can do it in a console. Yeah, you can do that. Not in production generally. You'll not try to do that in production. But yeah, you can do that if you want. You can make it part of the Glue job. So as a part of ETL job, you can run the assessment, or if you are building some kind of scheduled or event-based data quality assessment, then you might want to use a code or API to do that. Now, these methods I have described in my other tutorials, link for which I have already provided in my description, in the description. But yeah, if you want to know how exactly these three works, you might want to see that. But today I'm going to talk about how, when using any of these three methods, how you can provide the location of S3 buckets where the data quality evaluation report or assessment can be stored. So let's go for the first one in console. So if you're trying to run data quality evaluation from console, you will find an option saying data quality result location. And if you can see that I've highlighted that section over here. Here you can provide an S3 bucket, which then can be used to store the data quality evaluation report or assessment. If you're trying to run it in a Glue job, then you use data quality evaluation action in your Glue job when you're creating the ETL pipeline. And there also you will find an optional field called data quality result location, where you can provide the S3 bucket location, which can then be used for storing your data quality assessment report. And the last one, if you're trying to use a code or API for any schedule-based or any code-based or event-based data quality assessment execution, there you use a method in Glue API called, I'm using a Python as example here, but the method you use is called start quality rule set evaluation run. And there you will find, under the additional run options configuration, you can provide results S3 prefix. And this is where you can mention your S3 bucket location, which can then be used to store your data quality assessment report. So you saw that how you can provide an S3 bucket location in all three methods, in console, in ETL job run, and also when you're trying to run the quality assessment or evaluation through code. Now, time for the demo, because this was very small concept, but wanted to show you and explain you, so that if you come across this kind of requirement, you know how to handle it. So basically what I'm going to do here is that I'm going to run a data quality assessment on a data stored into S3 bucket, and then that assessment evaluation or data quality evaluation I will store into an S3 bucket, and then I will use a crawl to catalog it, and then I'm going to use Athena to query it. Well, I did not use any of the reporting tool just to save time, but as I mentioned earlier, that if you struggle making QuickSight or any other reporting tool like Tableau or Power BI, if you think that that is not connecting with your Glue catalog, I mean, there are, first of all, hundreds of information available over internet. But if you really struggle, let me know. I will make a video about it. So let's move on to build this demo. Here we are at AWS Management Console. Let me show you a few things which I have already configured to save time. So if I go to S3 bucket, here I have Dojo dataset as a bucket. There I put my sales order folder, where I have put a sales.csv file, which is nothing but a sample data file, which I'm going to use as a data set for which the data quality assessment will be run. And then I have another location called sales data quality. In the same bucket, I created another folder. And right now this folder is empty because this is the location where I'm going to store my data quality assessment report. If I go to Athena, in fact, if I go to Glue Catalog, you can see here that I created a catalog database DojoDB, under which I have cataloged my data into in S3 bucket, which is a CSV file as a sales order table. And if I go to Athena, and I run a query select star from sales order, you can see this is the data which I'm going to run my data quality assessment on. Okay, so let's go back to my Glue console again. And if I click on sales order, you can see here is, that this is how my schema of my data look like. So I go to my data quality tabs over here. And what I'm going to do is that I'm going to create first a rule set which I use to assess my data quality evaluation. Again, if it's not making sense to you, as I mentioned that I have created another tutorial describing each of these things in very detail. You might want to use that. So I'm going to create rules over here for my data quality assessment, and I'm going to create a very simple rule because I just wanted to show you how it can be accessed through Athena or through Glue Catalog for business users. So I simply created a simple rule saying that my order number should be complete. That means it should not be there should not be any missing values over here. And second, my customer ID is unique. Should be unique for more than 95% of the data. You can also make it 100%, right? So I simply used sample rules like that. And then I put here saying this is my sales order data quality rule set. So I provided my rule set a name and simply saved the rule set. Now my rule set have been saved. So today for this demo purpose, I'm going to run this rule set using console, AWS console, but in actual production environment, you might want to run through that in Glue ETL pipeline or through event-based or schedule-based mechanism. Again, I'm not covering that today because I already described those mechanisms in my other tutorial. So just for demo purpose, I selected this rule over here, and then, well, you can create multiple rules, but I selected just one rule over here, which I created. I simply say I want to evaluate this rule set, so I want to run the assessment. Data quality can be stored into CloudWatch Log as well, which can then be used for creating any event-based notification. Well, it is important if you want to know data quality assessment output in the real time. But for now, I'm saying, okay, I don't want to publish it. And then I simply select which role I can use to run this assessment. So for that, I created a role called Dojo Glue role. And then if I go to my advanced properties, there I can provide my data quality result location. So location where my data quality result will be stored. So I simply click on the browse, then I click on select for Dojo data set, and then here I select sales data quality folder. So the location where my data quality report will be stored. I simply say let's evaluate this data set. So now it will start running my data quality evaluation through the rule set I just created, and it will store the output of the assessment or evaluation in the S3 bucket I just configured. So let's wait for this data quality task run to complete, and then I will show there onwards. Okay, so you can see here that my data quality task has finished. I'm still showing running, but it shows the DQ result has passed. Let me refresh it. Probably Yeah, here we go. So it has completed. It says my data quality has passed 2 by 2, means all 2 rows has been passed, and I can see details over here. And again, you can see data quality assessment from the console. But I told you that business, you are not going to come to your AWS console and come to Glue and then open the table and then see the report. It's too many clicks for them. So they want a simple report, okay? And that's why I said that they can basically see that information through one of the reporting tools used in their organization. So this report has run. So if I go to my S3 bucket where my data quality should have been stored, if I refresh this, you can see here now I can see that it has a partition data created for my data quality assessment. So in the year 2023, for the month of 3, for the day of 26, here is the file which stores the output of my data quality assessment. So you can see here it has created the partition data. So each time you run, it will keep creating the partition data for data quality assessment. So now my output is written to the S3 bucket. Now I can run the crawler, which can then be used to catalog this table. So if I go to my in the Glue console, if I go to crawlers on the left hand side, you can see here that there is already a crawler. It's called sales data quality crawler. If I click on that, actually it shows you that it is basically crawling a data source, and that data source is nothing but S3 Dojo data set sales quality, the same location where I have stored the data quality evolution report or assessment. It's going to catalog that location. So let me run this crawler, and this crawler will then catalog the data stored into S3 bucket location. So let's wait for this crawler to finish the catalog. Okay, so you can see here that my crawler is stopping. That means it has finished the job, and you can see here one table is created. So it went black and then came back with one table created. So if I go to my tables again, and yeah, I can see here there is now sales data quality table created, which is running against my sales data quality data location. If I click on this, it can show you the schema of the data data quality report created, and this catalog I can now access through any of the reporting tool to see the data quality of my data at any point of time through the report. So here for the demo, I'm going to use Athena to query this data. So if I refresh Athena, it should show me another table. Here we go. Yeah, sales data quality table is created. So if I go and change my query, select start from sales data quality, and if I run it, it will show you. Yeah, here we go. It shows you the run. So it says that it's running against this account, this database, this table. This is the unique ID for a particular run. And then this is when the evolution started, when evolution completed. This was the rule. This is the rule, like my order number should be complete or customer ID should be unique for more than 95%. Here is the outcome. Both has passed. If it has failed, it will also contain the fail region here, which is blank right now because the report had passed. And then which columns we are talking about here. It talks about that column and their matrices, column and matrices there here, and then here is the partition information, which day, month, and year this report run. So you can see here it has a detailed report about not only data quality outcome, but when the data quality assessment was run. Now I can simply use any of the reporting tool with various date-wise filters, run-wise filters, or even table-wise, database-wise filters to create a nice report, which then can be used to see my data quality across tables in a wholesome manner, in a complete manner. But I leave that thing to you, and that how do you want to use your reporting tool to to assess this report. But that's how you can make data quality reports or assessment available to your business users. And that's all I wanted to show you today. So hope you like the video, and if you like the video, please click on the like button. Please subscribe to my channel. I promise to come back again in a week's time with another such a video. In the meantime, please stay safe and have a nice day. Bye bye.